Connecting.
No.
You're
No.
live.
No. No.
Right. We'll turn that down a bit. So, hello. Welcome to another episode of oGame. And joining me tonight is my friend and buddy, Arexel. You there?
Yes.
Cool. I'll just see if the volume levels are okay here. I need to crank things up a wee bit. In fact, I might actually need to turn the music down a bit.
Oh, what's you now?
This is a first for me.
Oh wow.
So I can hear you pretty good. I can hear you above the music. So yeah, what we are doing today. Let me just actually activate the stream now because I think we're good.
Yeah, sure.
So excellent. You'll see firstly, I'm in pink, and that's thanks to Arexel. Got me to attack somebody much stronger than me, and instantly that turns you into an outlaw, a bad person. But
Make it look pretty now.
yeah. But more importantly, Arexel is doing a number of things right now. He has got. Oh, a minute. That's another attack just spawned. Who's this? Galaxy 2?
That'll be someone else. That's
The Q?
me.
The Q's
Oh, the
attacking me as
Q's.
well.
Okay.
He said he wasn't going to do it, but he's doing it now.
Ah, he might have changed his mind.
He said I didn't have enough defences, but he's doing it now. Anyway, Arexel is attacking me with a combination of small cargoes and light fighters. You can see the composition there. Now, because Arexel is vastly superior in tech to me, he's got to attack me, but he's also got to defend me. But in order to even able to do that in the first place, he has got to get me out of noob protection. And I think we briefly discussed that at the beginning of the video, where I have to send some sort of attack to a stronger player. In this case, it was just a single probe, just a fly spot, and that's been enough to trigger it. So we're here just waiting for the results now. Arexel has very kindly sent 2 moonshots here. That's the whole point in this video. We are trying for a moon live. Not sure if that's been done before, but we are certainly going to give it a good bash. Have you got your hoovers on the way? Oh, wait a minute. Have we lost you?
No.
Nicely. Cool. Are your hoovers on the way?
Hoovers will be on their way, yeah.
Excellent. That's what I like to hear. For anybody that's familiar with oGame, they're not called recyclers anymore, they're called hoovers. And you're just going to have to learn to deal with that, I'm afraid. Right, Arexel, is anything you'd like to add just now? Anything you want to say?
Well, anyway, hopefully we'll be successful. Yeah, fingers crossed.
It's one of these things. I was saying in the last video that when you're doing a moonshot, you don't know. I mean, although it's we're up to 40% now, you just you don't know what the game's thinking. But it can still take you numerous attempts to actually get anything to happen. So here we are. We've got 1 minute to go. Less than 2 minutes for both of them to strike.
One of them will be lucky. I mean, normally it would be a 20%. It's actually double what you normally have, so if you're going to get soon, this will do it.
I can't wait. So it's this one here, Aurora Diamond, we're currently unleashed the attacks on. So it'll be good to see if we get that shiny orb, and if we get one up here, I will need to plough all available resources I've got there into defences.
Don't worry about the extra attack, I've just had to send a probe to make a mini debrief field for my hoovers to lock on to.
Excellent. Am I correct in saying that, see, when you're an outlaw, are your defences disabled completely?
Not so much they're disabled, it just means that your defences aren't as effective and you could be hit by anyone in the universe for that period of time, while it's lasted for 7 days.
Yeah, and I've just seen there that if you do the same again, it resets the counter back to 7 days, so it's basically you need to behave. Right, here we go. We've got 10 seconds on the clock.
Will it be successful?
First time lucky would be amazing. It really would be amazing.
That would be pretty amazing. I've timed the fighters for the second wave if you need to.
And first bash is down. Nope, first attempt has failed.
Okay, right, well, second wave is still coming.
Second attempt, 20 seconds to go.
20 seconds out, yeah.
5. Oh wait, I just jumped 2, 1.
Hmm?
Boom! Make some interesting explosion noises. And 2 strikes. Oh, I've got a moon! Hey! Excellent, we have a moon.
You're very welcome.
So thank you very much. And the resources are awaiting your hoovers to pick them up. Just short 3 million metal and 1 million crystal. Why is it saying that? It's saying 2 million crystal, but there's only 1.02. Oh, it doesn't matter.
It does that sometimes in the galaxy. I think it's partly to do with AGO. It rounds it up, make it look tidier.
Okay.
Yeah,
Excellent.
I won't worry too much about it. Right,
There you go, guys.
So,
So
ACS.
live on the internet, we've just commissioned and executed a moonshot. Amazing.
Yep, seems that. And I think probably quite apt to talk about how you're going to build up your lovely shiny as well.
Yeah, well, let's go and click on it. So let's see. We've got a brand new moon. What does that entail? So to activate it, just click on it here. Well, not really activate it, just focus it. In other words, got the overview. Let's see how big it is, because apparently that is the denominator as well, isn't it?
It does put the factor, yes, because the bigger the moon is, the harder it is to actually destroy it.
Right. Diameter's 8,602. So what does that mean?
Well, that's pretty decent actually, because most of you ideally want it to be about 8,500. The largest of them be is 8,904 kilometers.
Excellent. So that is
And
pretty good.
if you want to see one of those, actually, if you go to 7169, hover over my moon at that location, you will see that bound.
Okay. So what was that? Sorry. 7.
Galaxy 7, System 160, Planet 9.
Excellent. So there you go. 8944. There you go. Wow. Impressive stuff. So there you have it. Oh, my computer's going on a go slow. It always does this when you go live. So going back to what we were saying, we've got the diameter of the moon. But why do we need a moon? What's the purpose of a moon?
Well, the main thing is, first and foremost, the safest way, fleet safe way that is undetectable to other players, and the only way they can actually detect find your fleet, either to espionage the moon when your fleet is sat on said moon, or if they pop the which way around it is, it's the destination moon they have to pop, and that will then allow them to see the fleet coming in with a special moon-only building known as a sensor phalanx, which will allow them to time and to lock onto your fleet in order to time their ships to eat it all up. Take your precious nommies.
The sensor, the Lynx has a maximum level, does it not, or is that only determined by the?
There is no maximum level, but it does get expensive very quickly. So, for example, most of mine are level 9. So currently, if I want to upgrade to level 10, to upgrade to 10 is 10,240,000 metal. Same again for deuterium. And then for crystal is 20,480,000. And in order to build one of those will take 3 weeks, 3 days, 9 hours.
Wow. And what level is your, is that dependent on your nanites and things like that again? Or is that by the robotics factory, sorry, isn't it? Just by the robotics on the moon?
Actually only on the moon, because you don't have an...
Yeah, it doesn't connect to that. Okay. So the sensor lengths, every time you upgrade it, it extends the range in which it can do its scan effectively, isn't it?
Don't remember the exact level increase, but at the moment, take for example my level 9 sensor phalanx, that can see up to a range of 81 systems either side of the planet of the moon it's on, and that includes the actual system the moon is located.
Cool. So the other resources, or sorry, the other features of the moon is the jump gate. Lunar base is effectively allows us to expand the area that we work in, how many slots we have available for building in, and when you're building you need to leave one free because that will be used by the expansion of the lunar base. shipyard just determines. Well, I don't think anybody really uses the shipyard actually on the. Or I think I've known some people to build it to level 1 or 2, and then they put rocket launchers. Do you think that's effective doing that, or is that a waste of time?
Well, yes, I would say, especially if you're someone that's playing long term and you're someone being affected by players, you do need to take into account that you need defenses on your moon to make it harder to do a moon destruction on your moon.
So that does influence. Obviously, it must do. You know, because they presumably they wouldn't just come at you thinking, "Oh, you've got a moon." I wonder how that works when they're going to destroy your moon. Does the diameter of the moon come into?
It does.
No, it does.
Yes, it does, because the bigger the moon is, and the more defenses there are on it, more Death Stars they have to send, higher the chances that Death Stars will be destroyed instead of the moon.
So you're not. You could send 100,000 Death Stars, and you're not going to definitively destroy it. Again, with creation of a moon, it's a chance.
There is always that slight chance that Death Stars will be destroyed instead of the moon.
Wow. That's good to know. So yeah, I mean, I just can't believe that. I feel actually quite fortunate. I mean, 40%. It's almost half a chance, and there you go. Two chances. Second chance lucky, and it's live on the internet. So there you go.
Can't get any better than that, mate.
How many times did it take you to get your moons, or what was the best chance you did? You ever get one first time?
Yes, I have had a few that have been a hole-in-one.
Excellent.
It's taken me personally. I've been quite lucky. It's 5 tries before, but I know some take 20 plus.
Oh yeah, I mean it's happened to me personally. I mean I've had some instances where they're telling you about these 40% chances and things like that, and it just feels like you're about to give up because you've done it so many times. But this is really weird for me. It's still weird. I mean, this is 3 weeks I've been playing this game, and I feel like I'm quite advanced in the game. But I mean, it's like we were talking about earlier on. It's like I'm a fly. You know, if I was to go at anybody right now, it would just be like a fly bouncing off of them. So I've been enjoying the kind of peace and quiet, nobody bother me. Now I'm all pink, so I think I'm going to have 6 days of fun.
Oh yes, but that it keeps you on your toes, and keeps your skills sharp.
Here, for all you know, I might end up with 2 moons tonight, and I can actually fleet save. Everything will be going to a moon and moving about.
Right.
But we'll see how it goes. So I'm going to call it a day here for this stream. That's been quite amazing. Thanks for joining us, Arexel. Am I pronounced that correctly?
Well, just before you close it out, if you go to Discord briefly and show the lovely viewers our little played out moon build plan that I've put in private chat with you.
Let's see. Now,
this is something I made with a good friend of mine several years back, and it's still up to date and viable to this day. It just makes using your moon that much more.
Give me a second. So, what I'm going to have to do here, let me think. So this is the, where is it? Okay, the text.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to have just try to think of a way to present that to the viewers without showing our chat.
Okay, I've got an idea. What you could do, if you copy and paste it, put it in your notes in actual games. You've got your notes tab in game.
There you go. That's
open that, make a new note, put it in there, and you can show them it directly there.
There you go. So we'll create a new note. We'll call it Moonshots, and then boom.
While you're doing that, I should put out, when you were doing your stream earlier, remember you mentioned about wondering why people don't use things like destroyers and bombers for shots. The reason being, firstly, yes, they are very valuable ships, and you don't really want losing them in great numbers. Secondly of all, they all take deuterium to build them. And of course, when fleets are destroyed, you never have deuterium in a debris field. Dirty furniture, as we like to call it.
So it's a loss.
Yes, so it's too detrimental to your actual program to use such ships ever for Moonshot. That's why we use the combinations of other light fighters, small cargoes, battleships, or
the text we're talking about, I've got that now open for the viewers to look at. So it's not making a lot of sense to me. I don't know if you're able to explain that. So I've got LB1, R1 and R2.
Right, so it's basically its shorthand. So LB is your lunar base. So you start off with lunar base 1 because you need to create extra fields because you only get one field when you moon. And then that will give you 4 fields. You'll go up to 4 fields. And you build that lunar base. So it takes up 1 field and gives you 3. So you put robotics factories 1 and 2 in place, which will leave you 1 field left over. Which then allows you to build your lunar base level 2, but it will build at a much faster rate. You've now got 2 robotics factories there. So this is why you stagger it between doing 2 levels of robotics factory, then 1 level of lunar base.
Yeah, seems logical to me. I think this is probably almost very close to the order I would normally have done it in, because I think what happens is when you're doing it in the game, you click on one of these fancy items, you go build, then you look at the build time, you go, do you know what? I'm going to go back and look at robotics, and you thought, I'll just do another level of robotics. And you keep doing it and doing it and doing it until it seems almost reasonable to build the jump gates or the lanks. But this seems quite structured, right up to level 11.
Yes, because that brings the actual jump gate build time down to about a day and a half from a build time of several weeks. So for the actual games that you benefit from that, especially being the jump case, one of the most vital items on them, not just for fleeters, but also for miners as well.
Now, you may have noticed that actually. Sorry to butt in, I was just saying, you may have noticed I stopped the music because it's a bit of a distraction for myself, and it's
sure.
Now that we're getting into the nitty gritties, I think it allows us to actually focus on what we're talking about here. So we've got jump gate, lunar base 7. Robotics 12, and then sensor phalanx 1. 2, 3, 4, 5. And then so this is, once you get to that point, you're freeing up the spaces by deconstructing the robotics.
Yes, because at that point you don't really need faster build times, because the shipyard, even up to level 8, doesn't take that long to build, so you can afford to drop down in order to make the space for it. Interesting enough, on one of my moons, 2 of my moons actually, because they were so close to my other moons, I decided rather than building the sensor phalanx on those moons, I used those extra spaces to do shipyard. So I have 2 moons which have a level 16 shipyard, which I think, don't quote me on this, but I think might be the highest anyone's actually ever built on the moon.
Wow. So there you go. I mean, I'm learning something new every day. It was something I used to say when I was working in IT with the guys I used to work with. That was one of my sort of sayings, was if you've not learned something new today, then you're doing something wrong.
Absolutely.
So this has been quite an eventful stream. I have a moon. There's another one on the way, and I have private messages which I'll need to attend to and see where we go next, but I will be following that guide you sent me there on the filling out of that moon, getting it purposed for use. Hopefully I get another one, and then this pink stuff that's all over my name might not be an issue, but we'll see what happens. I have a lot of deuterium, yourself, when you're not using the fusion reactors, the deuterium starts to build up if you're not actually putting it to any use.
To be fair, the only people that really use fusion reactors in any great amount would be turtle players, because they're not really worried about their deuterium consumption, because they're not really around much, just on their building up. You will see miners occasionally use them. Makes their accounts more robust. So production compromise is easy, because a lot of players will run Saturn can be destroyed when it's your planet.
Right.
We will opt for fusion reactors to negate that possibility and make themselves a lot less vulnerable or tempting to target bigger fleets.
Well, that's it. Right, so I'm going to leave this stream here. So I've never have thought this was going to happen, but there you go. We now have a moon. Thanks again, Arexel, for joining us here. Thanks for all your help getting us to this where we are. This is the first of many. As I say, this was actually a bit of a test just to see how things would go. So we'll play this back and see how the voices sound, what the quality of the stream is from both sides. And eventually what we're looking to do is possibly expand things to dual video streaming and maybe get more players involved, because you don't see anything like that happen. I mean, I was saying to Arexel the other day, a lot of people will just look at oGame and you think, okay, that's boring. There's nothing happening there. It's just a browser-based game. There's nothing happening at all. But if you can look through that and look at the actual gameplay element of it, I mean, just look at what we've did here in the past, almost 20 minutes. This is something very minor, but it's very massive to me where I am in the game. So I think this could be something that nobody has really seen streamed before. And we're looking forward to seeing what sort of content we can come up with in the future streams. So we'll leave this here. I will go back to the drawing board and see what we need to do next. And thanks for everybody that's been watching. If you've enjoyed watching the stream, feel free to drop us a wee comment, leave us a like. Any questions for myself or the Arexel, feel free to drop them down in those comment boxes. That'd be grand. And to keep up to date with future streams and videos on the channel, the best way to do that is to click on that subscribe button. So for me and Arexel, it's bye from me and bye from Arexel, hopefully. You're still there?
Yep.
Awesome.
Bye for now, everyone. And don't forget, with the subscribing, if you click on the bell icon, you will actually get the notifications come through properly. A lot of things with YouTube, what they've been changing, you don't always get the notifications when you subscribe to a channel properly, so make sure you click on that bell to get the notifications come through promptly.
So I'm not only a noob in oGame, I'm a noob at YouTube, so you need to click on the bell as well to get those notifications.
Get those dings.
Get the ding-a-ling-lings, or else my hoovers will come and get you. Right, so it's bye from me, bye from Arexel. Thanks guys, all the best. See you in the next one. Cheers.
Yep,
bye.